Oh, you didn't get any of that genius nuggetry then.
Not in the live bit.
Just,
No, I'll use that later for the
oh,
recorded versions. It'll be fun.
oh, brilliant! Because I just came up with that, and I thought that's probably the cleverest thing I've ever said.
And I was barely listening
Certainly on
because I
this
was still
podcast.
trying to get my backgrounds all done.
Yeah.
Well, that's
All
how
right,
it goes.
fair enough.
Anywho, we're all set, and we're
Yes.
starting age. It's even past quarter past by this point. I am Ross. Joining me is my co-host Ian, and together on the night before school, with as much or little German as we can, we are attempting to drink Nova Scotia Dry. Tomorrow is the first day of school. I saw your brain register.
Oh,
that.
is it?
Yeah. All the
You
kids.
saw that happen.
All the kids are back to school. Most of the kids.
Ah.
One of my kids is. The other is not yet at school.
I don't know why I was thinking they would have gone back today. Because going back for just 2 days and then saying, right, you can all go home again and then not do anything.
And Monday was Labor Day, so Tuesday was fair game. I was all ready for them.
That's what I was
are
thinking.
you back at it Tuesday? She's like, no, I'm not going back to school.
Okay.
No.
Fine. No.
She did have to go to the school yesterday. She has joined student council, so she's in a student. She had her first student council meeting where she's the co-chair of the Spirit Committee. Our one listener can attest to that.
What are her what's she responsible
Qualification.
for? What's her remit?
I think organizing this, like when all the students go to a game, like if there's a game going on, then to let the whole school know that there's a game going on, so you can come and show your school spirit, but not just for athletics. I hope so. It's for things like our school is also competing in the robotics Lego programming competition down the way. Come on out and go. Hey, yeah, everyone do the robot dance. You imagine an entire cheerleading squad doing the robot dance? I think would be kind of cool.
I would imagine that Jo is she something of a chip off the old block there in front of people that she can motivate? And because obviously, I mean, she's been on stage with you several times. I know, and she looks
she's
perfectly
better
natural
than me on stage, which bugs me. No, she went down the athlete side of things, but she does like to cheer on everybody. But insofar as a big loudmouth, well, I wasn't even a big loudmouth until honestly my late 20s.
And then you didn't shut up.
And haven't shut up since.
Yes. Well,
so. Speaking of not shutting up, what we're not shutting up about tonight, slightly late, sorry, is, believe it or not, some IPAs. Now, these were, I'm going to say these are this summer's IPAs, which one of them you can't actually get anymore because we were a bit late on that one. But they go through, and I was looking at a few of them because some of them, we've got some that are, here's a Champagne IPA, or here is a New England IPA, and each of these literally just said IPA. So I thought, okay. Now, I didn't do any additional research into it, where this one says that it's got a blend of West Coast hops, fine, but it's not a West Coast IPA, or it's not listed in big letters on the can. Smokehouse has got the Dusty Haze, which does say it, which I would say was maybe a hazy IPA, but it doesn't necessarily say exactly hazy IPA. It still just says IPA.
Yes.
And then the Tax Holiday, which I think is no longer available, it mentions that it is a bold flavor of early big IPAs. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so not of a certain type, but hopefully just a little bit differentiating. And I think this is going to be our big test, where back in the day, 4 years ago when we first started this adventure, and we'd say, IPA is gross. Let's just drink 5 of them and get through them as fast as possible.
Get it over with. Yeah.
And then we started exploring, and sometimes let's have these New England IPAs and talk about those, or let's have these double IPAs and talk about those. Let's have these hazy IPA. So these 3 are they are bog standard. Well, not bog standard, but they describe themselves as this is an IPA. Now they both all 3 of them have different describers for them. But are we going to be able to, with our mouths and words, explain or notice a difference and enjoy different parts of them? I am very curious about this.
Until you said that, Paul, I didn't notice that. Yeah, they are only IPAs.
Uh-huh.
Yes, they're not selling themselves as a hazy IPA. Well, I mean, I know they're called Dusty Haze, etc. But I see what you're getting at. Until you said that, it did not occur to me. Yeah, so it's and as we've come to appreciate, the whole India Pale Ale genre is pretty wide
Mm-hmm.
and varied, and we know what we like. And these then are not saying on the can, this is a Northeast IPA, guys. It's hazy and fruity, and I think you'll like this.
Not,
So this
not
is
as
going
a
to be a
headline.
voyage.
Not as a headline.
No,
The
no, no,
description
no.
might give you a bit more.
Yeah,
But,
a little bit more. Yeah, this is exciting. I am so happy. Warm day at work. Obviously finished at the usual time, and now I want some querst tenching. Querst tenching?
Querst
Yes.
tenching. What do you say?
I want my querst tenched. Yes, from these beautiful IPAs. I hope they're all great. I've got a feeling we're in for a treat this evening, Ross.
Now, well, so first up, because it is the lowest ABV on there at 6.0%, is the Darty IPA, Darty Clean Craft Beer, from, again, Darty Brewing. Now, I've had conversations with Ian Smith of there's the Sac Vegas Brew Company, which I'm drinking a glass of because I don't have a glass from Darty Brewing because it is new. I wish I could remember exactly how new, but I believe they opened this spring. This past spring or so, early mid 2025, which is curious because in the last 1 year alone, how many breweries closed? 6?
Oh.
7?
Lost count.
And not certainly
count.
not many have opened saying, "Oh, here we go." What a ripe market we're getting into here. So I looked up a little bit of information. There's not much on their about page on the Darty Brew. Wait a minute, dartybrewing.ca. However, over on goodcheertrail.com, Darty Brewing is a small batch brewery located in the heart of downtown Dartmouth. Enjoy a pint or a flight of beer in our tap room or grab beer to go from our retail fridge. We are dedicated to creating clean craft beer for our community and beyond. And I did talk to Ian Smith about this, and he's had a couple of Darties on, and he gave me the details because I believe the brewer was involved with another brewery, and I don't want to get any of this wrong. And it's just I wish I'd spent a bit more time researching this before getting here, but I'll tell you about my day. Basically, since we've decided these beers, and hopefully there'll be some head on this, so I can give you a bit more of a describer. The can is just it's taken me back to like an old school dad beer looking type thing, like a schooner, where it's just blue at the top, blue at the bottom, beautiful white stripe around the middle, and just Darty. That's what you've got.
Yeah.
The describer on the website, and I think on the can, Darty IPA is brewed with a blend of classic West Coast hops, finishing dry and crisp, bold hop flavors and aromas of pine, citrus, tropical fruit, and just enough malt to bring it all together.
I'm not getting citrus. There is some piney notes. I'm not immediately getting citrus.
A little bit. It's not.
We know there's gonna be a little.
Well, if they're saying
not,
West Coast hops, what is wrong with my throat? I'm falling apart here. That description tells me that this might not be one that will be our absolute favorite when it comes to flavoring.
West Coast hops.
Pine.
Yeah, absolutely. We've come to acknowledge here that this. Oh no.
Finishing dry and crisp. These are all things that I don't normally.
That's right, and that's something that we've associated now with all the Westies. I've invited the entire population of the fruit fly universe.
Oh no!
As soon as I pop this. We've been so lucky this year. There have hardly been any fruit flies. I don't know, maybe it's too dry for them. I don't know. But they like an IPA as much as now as I do, I think.
Boy, do they. I poured myself an IPA last night, and I had only just placed it down on the table, and there was already a fruit fly. And I didn't think we had any. but they were just waiting for the IPA to come out. Oh, has the head gone on yours? Yeah. Mine's got a delightful little froth in the top there.
It's totally gone. It's clear. Yes, it's pointing toward that it's going to be crisp, and I'm a little bit. I think this is going to be a Westie, Ross. I'm going to go straight for it. This might just be a West Coast IPA.
You might be right.
There's only one way to find out, my friend.
Cheers.
Should we cheers?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Well, it's not. It's not. Wow.
It's that last part of the descriptor where it said just enough malt to bring it all together.
Okay, there we go.
I put so much hope in that I didn't say it out loud. I didn't want to jinx it by saying maybe that just enough malt is going to make it tremendously balanced, but that's exactly what it did. That is balanced.
I didn't finish the can. I didn't realize there was still some in the bottom. There was probably this much in it, and I've swigged that down. I picked up the can and finished it off, and it's still clearish, but it did add some haze to it.
Put a little tiny bit of haze in there. So even without the haze, it was.
And as I was drinking that, I was thinking, oh, actually, no, I am enjoying this already.
It doesn't have that nyang, that biting bitter at the back of the throat. The juice is still in there. The smell is still in there as a flavor, but they're right. The malt balances it out at the tail end. And honestly, up front, it's smooth the whole way through. It's just the nose is maybe a little bit more like, the IPAs of old, where it was just suck. Here you are.
Rebecca Corton, she refers to that as the poison taste that you get with the really hoppy, smashy or West Coast ones that we don't get with the Northeast ones that are with the New England Northeast. I've said it already. New England ones, which we find fruitier, tropical and hazier and just smoother, altogether smoother. Without that, like you say, that Jesus that the Westies still have, even though I have reined it in. Westies now would have turned me off straight away. But I think my newfound fandom for the IPA genre as a whole, I'm now accepting Wests as well for what they are. I can drink them now. They're still not my favourites, but they don't turn my stomach or turn my face inside out anymore.
They turn my face inside out. That they still do to me. Where I drink like a really piney West Coast IPA, I will go, yeah, and so I'm validated in remembering a flavor that I've never liked, because I thought, is it just that my flavor profile has changed that I now just really like what that's like, and then we finally have one that's very similar in taste to a lot of those IPAs that threw me off the genre for such a long time. And I think something's going on where everyone's calming down a little bit on these. And this is still a 6.0, so it's a, beginnings of a strong beer. And it's very easy to drink, very smooth. Yes, it doesn't taste boozy. It doesn't taste strong. It doesn't have any kind of bite on it whatsoever.
Doesn't have that lingering aftertaste that you can get with some of the smashier ones, some of the Westies we've found where you're like, even now it's still you're still chewing on it. The malts, I love the way they said that as well, because then I'm immediately drawn to the Malternate reality again. It's not as malty as that, but it's certainly in the same ballpark.
And the famous Amos we had last week, that one as well. But didn't that one
I mention that then?
It didn't. The famous Amos was the one and it didn't mention a word about maltiness or balance. It said that it was going to smash you with hops, and so that was a little weird. Because the thing about this one, and where it's just, I am Darty, I am an IPA, and you think, all right, so only having that information and I drink it, delicious, top marks. And then you get to go to the description, and the description says it's brewed with a classic blend of this. It finishes dry and crisp.
Crisp? Yeah, I think it
Crisp,
does.
yes. Dry?
Yeah.
A little.
It's not sweet, Ross, is it? It's not.
No,
it doesn't have that. It's got the malt.
The flavor is there, because for me, when someone says this is very dry, I always think, oh no, I'm gonna be searching for flavor like I'm drinking a Perrier water, aren't I?
Oh, you do? Is that what you get from that? Okay.
Is that not what dry means? I don't.
It's it's difficult to qualify how your mouth feel is when you're drinking a dry. Whatever, a dry martini or a dry red or a dry white wine. It's very difficult to qualify it, to put it into words, isn't it? It's just a feeling you get that you don't get with a sweeter variety. And typically I embrace dryness in drinks.
So I would say this is certainly
I prefer them that.
If you were to separate things into 50% dry and 50% sweet, this is on the dry side. Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, so fine. It's finished dry. Bold hop flavors and aromas of pine, citrus, tropical fruit, and just enough malt to bring it together.
Yeah. Read that again. Just subtle notes or tiny little notes of tropical fruits. What did they say?
Aromas of pine,
really?
Citrus, tropical fruit. Pine, yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very juicy, fruity, citrusy on the nose. So if it loses any points, it's that the smell of it wasn't exactly as advertised. So honestly, they're losing like 2/3 of a point for this. And that's still...
It actually smells a bit, weirdly, to me. Am I imagining this? A little bit ice creamy.
Interesting.
I know. Like I've eaten enough ice cream this year to sink the Belgrana. And it smells weirdly sweet. It smells sweetish. But it's not giving me the flavor. It's not giving me the sweet.
Dry. Yeah. So maybe that is sort of a tropical-y fruit thing.
Maybe. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. All I'm trying to say here is
it's delicious.
1, it's delicious. 2, it's doing everything that it said it was going to. So this is top marks, huge marks. This is outstanding. For
the only problem I have with it is
being what it said.
I put it in the wrong glass. Put it in the North glass by mistake. So it gets marked down for
5 out of 10
for being for being a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Whatever.
It's bloody good, isn't it, Ross?
It's good.
It doesn't have the West Coast profile that I was fearing it would. Even though, again, caveat that I'm now more in. I do accept the Westies now. This is right bang in the middle. It's right in the middle of a Westie and a New England, and I'm lapping it up. I don't think I can actually resist drinking more of it. I want to leave enough, of course, to go back on, because if we are doing like for like here,
I'll try to leave a finger.
I will too. The problem is, if I don't leave enough, I think the amassing fruit flies are going to polish the rest off before I've got back to it. So I'm going to have to cover it with something.
Some cheese.
Because they are very thirsty at the moment, and they're voracious.
Do you have any?
Go away.
Do you have any jar lids? Or like?
Well, I've got coasters.
Oh yeah, just pop a coaster on top of that. That'll be.
Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by those for that very reason. I'll pop one on there. There we go, and come back to it.
Right.
And guys, you can just hang around there on the empty can if you wouldn't mind, all of you.
I did.
Leave the live stuff alone, because I'm drinking that.
I did manage to do a little bit more research on Darty Brewing Company. They took over the vacated space that's on Portland Street that was Brightwood Brewing, but Darty Brewing is owned by Lake. Was it Lake City Cider? Lake City Cider, which I'm fairly certain is in Cape Breton. So these are the bits that I pieced together. I haven't reached out to Ian to find out what who the brewer is and who they might be associated with. But Darty Brewing was owned by Lake City, and they took over the space that was the Brightwood Brewing. And I gotta say, for a first one, I know there's they've got a flagship. They've got a whole fleet of beers available. We'll want to try more and more. This is the only one that we can get in our current NSLC, I believe. Maybe we'll have to go into Dartmouth for some cans. I'm confidently already put in my vote, my judge of this, as a 9.6.
What the hell?
It's
9.6.
It's so good.
It is really good, isn't it?
And it's
and it's not even. It's not even. Are you giving it a 9.6 as an IPA or as a beer? Okay. Both.
For both. For my opinion, I think it's a 9.6 beer, and I think it's doing what it's advertised. So I think it's done it correctly. In
our esteemed opinion, and I use that word esteemed exactly as opposite it should be, because we are not esteemed.
I'm just reading what's on the can.
Unesteemed. Right. I think I'm going to go with you. It's delicious, and my favorite, one of my favorites, probably my current favorite, is Nine Locks Frigoff.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, just a.
No wait. Oh yeah.
It's just saying IPA as well. I believe. Look it up on the can. I don't know. However, it's freaking delicious. I've got an unhealthy growing addiction to it. Every time I go anywhere now that sells it, I was at the Mission Sports and Social last night, and guess what? They've got both the Dirty Blonde and the Frigoff by Nine Locks, and I can't help myself. I've got to have a glass of the Frigoff these days. It's so quirst-fenching. It's untrue.
We had it 3 years ago, and I think we both hated it. We had it on one night where we had like 6 IPAs. That funny?
Yep.
So I think we need to revisit these old staples, these old classics. See if anyone's got some new recipes.
Superb. There was National IPA Day a week or two back.
Oh, that's true.
Or International IPA Day. One of those things. It was either a Canadian thing or an American thing or just the whole of the continent. I don't know. Anyway, well, we did. It was an IPA day, and someone posted on the Maritime Craft Brewing website, because I'm not on any. I'm sort of on the group. I beg your pardon. I kind of look at the groups, but that's about it now on Facebook. But someone had posted, "Hey, it's National IPA Day. What's your favorite Maritime Craft?" And I thought, I'm going to have to big up the Frigoff. And I got some thumbs up too, because it's so good. This is different. Like I said, it's middling, isn't it? It's a maltier. It's maltier than a Northeast.
It tastes a little maltier.
To my flavour, yeah. But it doesn't have the crazy hop profile that the Westies really go for. And I'm digging this 100%. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I love it. Bring on another one. My God, bring me another IPA. Please bring me another IPA. Now, 2 years ago, they were saying, keep those things away from. Now I'm saying, give me IPAs. Just give me them. I want another one. And we've got 2 more. I'm so excited. Like Christmas morning.
Who even are we anymore? I don't understand.
I don't know.
At all.
I don't know. I'm a completely different person. In fact, I just mentioned Christmas, and I was thinking about this earlier on today when you said, "Hey, let's do IPAs," and I was like, "Yeah, give me them." And of course, we talk about would you want to sit there on a cold winter's evening, supping a cold IPA?
That'll be the big test.
Doing that. Well, this is it. 2 years ago, if you'd have said, you know what, you're going to curl up now in front of the fire and watch Scrooge with Bill Murray with a nice cold IPA, I'd have been like, what the hell are you talking? Give me a stout. Give me a double oatmeal stout or a porter I'll take those pesky IPAs away. I don't know anymore. These are so lovely.
Vanquished from my sight.
And quirst stenching. I'm worried that I've completely done a 180. I'm worried, Ross.
Here's the thing: is I don't know if I mentioned this to you when I was down. My wife and I, we went down to the South Shore because she won some tickets to the Shore Club, and we saw some live music. But we went through Chester and we happened into the Forecastle Tavern, one of my favorite little haunting spots, and we saw what was on the menu, and they had some in-house beers of the Forecastle Dark and the Forecastle IPA, and I went, oh, that's interesting. And I asked, I said, do you like make your own in-house stuff? Like, am I suddenly in a pub in Scotland? And he said, oh no, we get those made by Tanner and Company.
Ah,
and
Tanner,
I said,
yes.
I'll have that right here. Thank you very much. I know Danny Tanner, and I will have his beers promptly. And I ordered the IPA because it was summer, and my wife ordered the dark. She ordered the stout or the porter that it was. It's just the Tanner and Company porter. And I said, you ordered the porter? How strange. And I was enjoying. I was, happy that my IPA was showing up. And then I said, can I just have a sip of your dark beer? Oh, here you go. And I had a little sip of it, and I went, oh, right. Right. This it's like revisiting your first love or something like that. And I just and all of a sudden everything came flooding back. Right, this is what I want. This is what I love. So, and you say it's a 180, but I say what we've done is we've turned a 180 into a 360. We now encompass the entire pie slice. We appreciate all of it, well, except the little 2% of sours.
Good. I like that. Yes, it's more of a 358 now rather than a. I like that. Yeah, we've and it's good because there are so many IPAs available, and we were turned off by pretty much all of them. So therefore, half the market then we were like, well, I don't want that, don't want any of that. But now that they've finally won us over, and it's not just because we were battered over the head until we finally accepted it. It's because they're better than they were a few years ago. I'm convinced of that.
We held out, and all of them that didn't close changed their recipes to be more in line with our choices and particular taste profiles.
Obviously.
That's precisely what happened. We affected So I'm sorry, province of Nova Scotia, if you really liked those hoppy, bitter West Coast IPAs and everyone's recipes have changed to be a bit more of a beautifully malt balanced or even a malt forward one if you're really feeling good. But it's our fault and we're not sorry. So
the universe revolves around us, and you can tell that by the viewership of this podcast.
Absolutely. It's all about that. I need to switch up my thing because we are about to head over to the Smokehouse Brewery in Berwick. Well,
I'm going to say right off the bat, no chance that this has gone off yet because I only got this like 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. Brand new.
So this is going to be as fresh as you can get.
So, the Dusty Haze IPA coming in at 6.3 ABV, 76 IBUs. That's a lot of IBUs. It didn't tell me how many IBUs were in the Darty IPA, but I feel like 76. That's a lot of that. And
isn't that as many trombones? The trombones that were in that song.
76.
That's as many trombones led the big parade. Yes,
I think you're
absolutely.
Right. I think it was 76.
I think so too. That's a lot of. There's a lot of ibus.
Here's an interesting thing. So it's got a description on the can. The website doesn't have a description, but the website agricola.smokehousebrewery.ca. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong spot. Calls it the Dusty Haze Pineapple IPA.
Well, there's one on the back. There's a little pineapple with a pair of shades on the rear of the can.
But it doesn't say pineapple IPA down here in the header. But
it doth not.
That's fair.
No.
But everything seems to be describing it as the pineapple IPA. So we'll go through it anyway. Dusty Haze, a refreshing, mouth-watering IPA best enjoyed on the hot days ahead. It's warm enough. This impressive, heavily hopped North American IPA is infused with pineapple to deliver sweet, smooth, tropical notes to its strong citrus flavors. Dusty Haze will satisfy the IPA enthusiasts' palates and win over the newbies alike.
Description alone, Ross. If I were just to drink the description, it's what I want.
Yep.
In an IPA. I'm not sure about pineapple necessarily, but tropical fruits. Citrusy, with a hoppiness, of course, you're going to want from an IPA. This, and it's haze. It's saying haze. This description alone is what I wanteth to quench my quirst.
Oh dear!
On a hot, sunny day ahead. So if this doesn't do it, I'm going to be so mad.
What an interesting smell. Well, in having all of our hazy IPAs. And starting to enjoy the New England IPAs and the hazy IPAs. And I was getting into, and we'd even tried, the mango this and the stone fruit that. And my imagination, my taste buds kept poking at my imagination and saying, what if this tasted like pineapple? I said, why can't we get just a full-on pineapple beer? Let's go. And
it smells like it. It smells like a pineapple.
Oh, you think so? I didn't smell any pineapple off of it.
Oh, get real! You can't smell that.
I'll tell you what I smell.
What is wrong with you? Oh, you're in your glass. I'm smelling the top of the can. I've just cracked it open. Yep. I'm getting the escaped aroma.
Nothing from the glass, from poured in the glass, but from the can.
Interesting. Pineapple.
The smell that I'm getting, and I don't know how to describe it. It smells like the interior of the Horton Ridge Brewery.
In a good way?
When you're in the establishment, it smells like and I don't know if that's just like because they've got the floor malt going on in the next room and everything, but it's a very unique smell in there, and it smells like this.
I can totally smell the pineapple.
Why am I not? I want to smell pineapple. Why am I not smelling
pineapple? Well, come over here and smell my glass.
Fine.
Look, get your nose in there.
All right.
It smells of...
Anywho, for examples of a pineapple beer, this is the second one I've come across because, again, my good friend Ian down at Tapestry Beer Bar and Sac Vegas Brew Company down 833 Sackville Drive, he, out of the Sac Vegas Brew Company, he has made a pineapple, I think it was a double IPA at one point. So we had that last year.
It was remarkably good. Rebecca, that was Rebecca's favorite, and wasn't it a dipper?
I think it was a dipper. I think it was a dipper.
The pineapple was a masterpiece. We didn't want to leave. It was like 8%, 8.5%, and Ian was saying, "You have to try this." We were not disappointed. It was delicious. This smells.
You need to come back with me to Tapestry. There's some very delightful stuff, and he's been brewing some things himself. He offered me one up. He had one called the Sub-Zero Cold IPA, and it just had to do with how it was brewed because I've been mocking the fact that a cold IPA is called its own thing, but it was very nice. He had a very very nice thing. So he's. Sad, I'm not sure if he's got anything that he's made at the moment. I'll have to check. Ooh, actually, I could check on the thing right now, because I'm waiting for my head to dissipate, as you do.
There's a good head on this.
So I get to tell my story, and this is my excuse for why I didn't do as much into the Darty research as I should have. And that's because yesterday after, this is me, I'm here in front of my green screen. I got my microphone. I got my fancy keyboard over here. This is my workstation that I sit and I do all my stuff. I was in a call with someone at work yesterday. I was helping them out with an issue. I was saying, oh yes, you should. You've got too many ones in the zeros column, and the computer language and the cody is not quite working all that well. I don't know. Whatever I do at work. Bear in mind, this is yesterday, and I can't even describe it. And then all of a sudden, black screen. Computer, stop making noise. Everything, all the lights turned up. The lights in the house were fine, so I'm like, okay, it's not a power outage or anything like that. But the computer just, nothing. I went, oh, that's
Well, I'm
weird.
glad that's all it was, because when you said, I thought you'd been attacked by a bear. This is far less
Well,
scary.
it's almost as fun as the time that the network lines and the phone company and the internet stopped working right before a show. So no, this is just as good. So the whole computer just off like that. Not even that kind of that sound of electricity kind of winding down. And night and day, boom,
Yeah,
gone. And I went, oh. And I was looking around, and I was trying to look at the lights, and as I'm looking at the lights to just confirm that, okay, there's still power going to the house. Like, did I trip a breaker? Is there something? And I look down the power bar, and a little light blinking away. It's still fine. And then I get this smell. This smell of, that burnt dust kind of smell.
Yeah.
Destroyed computer parts kind of smell.
Okay.
And I was like,
all right.
Oh dear.
Something's fried.
Something has not gone well. So I unplugged it. I plugged it back in. I tried to get the button to work. And every time that I plugged it in, and I was just messing with the cord at this point. But when I would unplug it, a little tiny thing just at the back of it would go, Ew. And you'd hear this little tiny electronic.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm never gonna work again. So.
How's your hardware knowledge with PCs? Clearly, your programming skills are pretty impressive. What's your hardware?
They're quite terrible. Okay. This computer is many years old, and my good friend James, who's been on the show, he helped me order and build it. So yeah, I get parts and I do the computer thing and I take the case off and I'll just slide that in there and tuck that in there and plug this into this and this into this. And I've done that a number of times. And in fact, I had someone who asked me for some computer help, and I went to their house and I helped them. Oh yeah, I've set this up, plug the printer in this way. This is all fine. And they said, hey, I've got this old computer. Do you want it? And I looked at it, and you know how you say I'm the nerdiest person you know? I looked at, she held up this computer, and I looked at it and I went, oh, there's going to be a lot of good parts in there. I was like, ooh, I could take that apart and put it together into lots of other things. So a couple of years ago, Brittany started a job, and she was working from home as well. And I had enough parts. I was just kind of doing the math in my head. And I said, I think I've got that. I've got a hard drive over there. I've got some memory over here, and I've got a processor there. And I'll snap it all in there and click, 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 snap, snap, screw, 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 click, and boom, there. That's a computer, and that should work. And she turns it on and says, yeah, that's great, thanks. And I had enough.
You made a Franken computer.
I have made so many Franken computers. It's my favorite thing to do. If you show me a pile of it's like what's the show that there used to be, like Garbage Wars? No, Dumpster War, trash, Junkyard Wars. I feel like I'm in Junkyard Wars and putting things. And it's not even that impressive. I'm not even that good at it. In fact, I have screwed up a whole bunch because you got to plug the thing in the right way, and that apparently is difficult. So what happened? And I looked at it and I smelled it and I thought, I think the problem isn't anywhere deep, with like the computer-y parts, the hard drive, the memory, these kinds of things. I think what the problem is the part. So you plug a cord into the back of a computer, and that bit is called the power supply, because from there it then supplies wires and power to the rest of the computer bits.
Yeah.
So I figured, and that seemed to be, and when I got in close, that seemed to be where the smell, the burnt smell, was coming from. And I went, I think that's hooped. So then my first thought,
a computer term.
Oh yeah, it is a computer term. My first thought was that my wife's computer that I built for her out of parts is right over there. You
replace the PSU.
I wonder if I would just remove the power from that bit. And I went, no, I won't do it. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that.
Was the PSU was it the right voltage? Was it not the right voltage? It's going to be the right voltage, but has it got the right amps? Has it got the right output and all that kind of scumdoggery and bloody? Because if you've got a really super powered PC, you just can't fit some crappy old Acer one in from 1998 and hope that that's gonna. Okay,
these are all things. These are all things that happen. So she gets home from work, and she even says, "I told her the whole thing broke, and she said, just take the one from mine. I don't use it." And I said, "Oh yay!" She gave me permission, and I checked, and it was the one that is running hers is much less powerful, and it wouldn't have worked on. I didn't even try it because I didn't want to break anything further. So, you know how you say I'm the nerdiest person you know, and I say you should see my friends.
Yeah.
So I go into the chat room that I talk with my friends, and I say, "Hey, my power box broke. Does anyone have one at this wattage?" And one of my friends just immediately, "Yeah, I got one.
Got one lying on the shelf.
I've got one lying around." So I went out to pick it up from him today at about 5 o'clock. So I've had none of this has worked until about 5 o'clock. I've been upstairs. I got a little, just a laptop, kind of figuring things out, trying to do what I use. Because I've got this nice. I've got 2 screens. I can move things around. It's I like it. It's an easy way to, and I can't. It's a little piddly thing. So yeah, I feel like I couldn't get proper Darty Brewing research done today when I was thinking about getting a proper power thing to get this all hooked up and back together again. And so I went out, got the thing. He's got a thing, and I had to take that out of the. So he gave me the full part, the full computer tower thing. So I had to remove the power from that one, tuck it into mine. So now I've got all these extra parts, and I'm looking at it again, going, "Ooh, parts!" So I'm very excited about that again. That I can make another Frankenstein box. But I plugged it all in. I got it all clicked into the right stuff, turned it on, and it said, "Yeah, we're good." And I said, "Oh, lovely." Off we go again. And so here I am back down here again, ready to go. Have you poured,
awesome.
What's the head like on your Dusty Haze pineapple IPA? Oh, you gotta get the full contents of the can, because look how thick the juice is at the bottom of the can. Oh, the juice is thick.
The head disappeared, and it would do because it's been sat there a wee while. But it was covered, thankfully, by the tax holiday. I kind of snuck that in like that so that it would. Oh, you can't see it. So that it would cover it up from the fruit flies. But this is a full. This looks like a grapefruit juice. It's pineapple. It looks like a. It looks like a grapefruit juice.
Smell the bottom of the can. The bottom of the can smells like pineapple. Is that what you were talking about?
It's all pineapple, and its color. The color is grapefruit and pineapple, and the smell to me is pineapple.
The top of my can didn't smell like this, but it's
hazy as all hell. Look at it.
Yes. That's juice. It's just juice. Ready? Shall we?
This is going to bench my quirst. Cheers. Yep. Rebecca just arrived in time for a very hazy, tropical IPA. You should just take. Oh my God! Look at the bottom. Wow, the stuff that came out of the bottom of the.
Yes, that's the good stuff right there. That's what I was getting.
Oh my gosh!
The bottom of the blender. That's the bottom of a blender smoothie is right there. That was so brimmed, and
Wow!
I broke the. What is that? The surface tension. What is that called? You call it something.
Oh yeah, the surface tension. It's called the what's the surface tension called again? That thing that sits on top of the. What's it called again? The meniscus.
That's the one.
I always forget that word. Yes.
I broke the surface tension, so while I was drinking that, it was slowly trickling a small amount down on my lap. So my right leg smells of pineapple IPA. You should just, when you run out of pineapple juice later on, just suck at your jeans, the dregs. This is absolutely as hazy, as tropical, as pineapple-y, and as fruity, and as and as delicious as I was hoping it was going to be from the can. Yep. Do you know what? I was a little worried about the 76 IBU bit, but I'm not feeling like I've got a mouthful of 76 IBUs.
I wonder about IBU numbers now. If it's because you would think something with that high, and some of them are like 120 IBUs, and you think, is that going to burn through the floor like in Alien, and go down about 2 or 3 floors because of its bitterness and acidity? But but weirdly, it doesn't work that way if it's balanced. I'm pretty sure that some of those double and triple IPAs have got crazy high IBUs.
You're probably right,
but we don't notice it
because the balance
because it's so incredibly balanced.
So
it's very strange.
very much right. Because I used to think that I thought it was international burn units because it just felt like it was burning your esophagus.
Yeah, I know. You'd think the higher the bitterness, then you'd think it's gonna hurt hard. Yep. It's not necessarily.
It does not. No. No. Wait, is it on the? It was on the can, wasn't it? There it is. Okay, a refreshing.
Yes.
Mouth-watering IPA.
Yes.
Best enjoyed in the hot days ahead. Blah blah blah. This impressive, heavily hopped North American IPA, infused with pineapple.
Oh.
To deliver.
You can definitely taste the pineapple, can't you?
Oh yeah. It delivers sweet, smooth, tropical notes to its strong citrus flavors. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's to me, it's citrus. I know it's not fair, but citrus, when I think of citrus fruits specifically, and I know this is not fair because there are obviously more than just lemons and oranges and limes. But if I'm thinking of citrusy fruits, I'm thinking of that. I know. That's what I mean. But you can have tropical citrus fruits too. And just because it's, and I've got to get away from the fact that when I'm going, citrusy, I should note more lemons in there. It's not the case, is it? There are more citrus fruits than oranges and lemons. And this is all full of juicy stuff, tropical fruity stuff, just like Tropical Storm is. Just like that one that I always forget the name of by Burnside Brewing. What's that one called? The huge can, the huge Hoppy Place. Is it Hoppy Place?
Was it Hoppy Place or Happy Place? I think it's Hoppy Place.
Happy Place or Hoppy Place. I always get them. Is it whatever? Maybe Happy Place. I love them both. I love those both, and this is equally as tropical, and every bit as lovely. And it's.
Would you like to know how many different varieties of citrus fruits there are?
I would love to know how many varieties of citrus fruit there are, Ross. You're going to tell me.
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000. Well, I knew 3 there, lemon, lime, and the other one, orange. And then Rebecca said, no, a kiwi is also. So we had 4 between us.
Doesn't mention the kiwi.
Of course, citrus.
I don't think kiwi is considered a citrus fruit.
Are you saying it doesn't mention the kiwi, and yet you've just said there are over 1,000? Did you just read all 1,000 of them?
I didn't, but I'm saying among the common, I would assume it was a common citrus fruit, and it gets to orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, tangerine, clementine, kumquat. When it gets to kumquat, I think it's skipped past
You're going
kiwi.
into, yeah, that's maybe, so you were doing the big ones that everyone says.
It's suggesting the big ones,
Yeah. Kumquat. Kumquatly.
Kiwi fruit is an edible berry. That's why.
It's an edible berry, he says. Rebecca can't hear you because, of course, my ear.
And this is what happens when Brittany comes down as well. I have to hand her. I have to give her one of these. One of the. You've entered into the realm of solitude of video chats.
The thing is, I joined the technological advanced people.
With headphones.
I bought with headphones. I went into. I mean, where's the first place you're going to go to when you want to find some really recent tech to help
Walmart.
You with something? Well, I went to Bargain Harley's and blew the dust off of the shelves and found something. In fact, what I went in there for, Ross, get this. Well, I went in there for this piece of outmoded tech. I went in there for a DVD lens cleaning disc. Now here we go. I know this is 2025.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know 100% what you're talking about.
Right. And of course, we went into Walmart. They said, what's one of those? And so Rebecca said, let's try Staples next door. And I thought, that's a better bet. We did look online, by the way, and they said, oh, yeah, no, go to Walmart first, because Walmart has everything, right? So Walmart said, no dice. So we went next door to Staples, and the Staples person said, you know, you might think we might sell that, but nah, we don't sell those things anymore. So I was thinking, we're going to have to get this online. Clearly, this is something we're going to have to go online now. But then Rebecca said, oh, what about the dingiest, darkest recesses of Bargain Harley's? Because you just never know what he's got on his shelves.
Yep.
So we hot-footed it down there. And who should be stocking the shelves himself but only Mr. Harley
Mr. Harley himself.
Yep. He happened to be working. Mr. Bargain. And I said to him, Harley.
Well, do you call him Mr. Harley, or are you on first? Can you call him Bargain?
No, I think I called him Harley. I said, hello, there's the man himself. You'd know Harley, so I butted him up first before the question.
Yeah.
And because he's been there longer than Nova Scotia's been. They've been in Nova Scotia, I think. But anyway, I saw him working away there, and I said, would you happen to have, and once I described what it was, and he said, I would have done till about 5 years ago, but no, because we don't have it. And then Rebecca said, you know what? He probably doesn't even know what he's got on his shelves because in the corner there you go into the tech department in the corner, and like I said, it's full of spiders and dust and cobwebs and things. He's got a blank. He's got some blank VHS tape on his shelf. Yes. I know. He's like, this cleaner, those are so out of vogue. Here's some 1978 Betamax VHS tapes, though. I can hook you up with some of those. Anyway, we started going through some of his buckets of all the things that he's got for various breakdowns of 88 cent things. You know, like 188, 288, 388. And while we were doing that, what should pop up but these extraordinarily new Bluetooth headphones with microphone on them for $9.88. $9.88.
Those are Bluetooth?
I thought, oh yeah, absolutely.
Why are they corded then? Why do you have cables if they're Bluetooth?
Because they're from Bargain Harley's.
So they're Bluetooth, but the cables, so they lead from your ears to the mouthpiece, and then there's this enormous battery pack that stores all the Bluetooth in it. Is that what's going on behind your head?
And all the Toothy Blue stuff is in one of these things, but I haven't quite deduced which one yet. One of them has a microphone, but again, I don't know which is which. So unless, of course, it's completely bypassing it because it's $9.88, and it's just a set of headphones. And the microphone is basically the phone, which is why I wanted to give it a whirl this evening. But it did say on the box, the $9.88 box, that it has a microphone inbuilt with it. So I'm assuming I'm coming through to you audioistically. That's the word.
It's that side. Your non-chair side. Is it your left?
My non-chair side. Yeah. This one here.
That one.
This one here. This is the microphone.
That makes you louder. Yes.
Okay. Has it been scraping against my shoulder?
I haven't heard a peep. No, because mine does that an awful lot. So whatever you got, you managed to get. You got the good stuff. My favorite part of that story remains. You went to a store. You came across the owner of the store. Asked about inventory, were told a statement, and Rebecca immediately said, "That guy, owner of the store, we are currently in." Nah, he doesn't know anything about inventory. Let's go look around. And she turns out to be right. That's my favorite part of the story.
Yeah, he was right. We didn't have the.
Does she know more than every tour guide at every tourist destination that you go to? Or someone starts showing you around Stonehenge and like, behold, these are made of basalt. And Rebecca's like, no, they're not. I know more than this person. I have no idea why Rebecca's voice in my head is a crusty old pirate. But it's just her, as soon as she starts disbelieving anyone, it turns into, I don't know.
Well, he's getting on a bit, and she has a point. Maybe he's got an awful lot of inventory.
He doesn't even know what he's got.
No, he doesn't. He's got $5,088,000 worth of inventory on his shelves. And he doesn't know everything.
In every
Surely,
store
after
you
all
go
this time.
into, avoid the owner, find the Rebecca of the store who's over there saying, "This guy doesn't know." You find the pirate talking redhead over in the corner who questions everything. That's who you're looking for.
Can I then, as a follow-on question, ask you, do you happen to own, as a nerd, as a techie, would you happen to own said disc or something that might work?
I went looking for one in my antiquated shelf of interesting things here just next to me. I didn't find one immediately, and there's a good chance I don't have one. Oh, here's a...
I love that. There's a good chance I don't have one. When someone says there's a good chance, it normally means I do have one, but you went the other way.
Yeah.
So if you don't have one, you normally start off with, there's not a very good chance I have one, but you had a good chance that you don't have one. Thanks very much for getting
this reminds me of one of my dad's favorite stories. My dad was looking for a book specifically for his dad, so my grandfather, who was a radio operator on British naval ships. So my dad went around some secondhand bookstores in the Halifax area, and he was looking for some books on British naval ships to get for his dad for birthday. He goes into, and one of the secondhand shops, he goes in, he says, "Do you have anything on British naval ships?" And the guy, the bargain Harley of the secondhand bookstores, he's there at the front, and he goes, yeah, I got that. And so my dad follows him in, and this is like I imagine it much like Ollivander's Wand Emporium from Harry Potter, where it's just everything is stacks upon stack. Everything's on shelves, and then when you ran out of shelves, you just started piling things on the floor. So my dad's following this guy around the most wooden, dusty bookstore you've ever seen in your life. And as he's leafing through, he says he thought he found something in an area. He's like, no. And my dad's watching this guy getting more and more frustrated at not being able to find the kind of book that my dad's looking for. And just kind of muttering to himself, he says, nah, people keep buying my books. His complaint at the inability to find a book for a customer was that other people are buying his books, and he's lost the inventory.
Don't you hate that? When you're owning a business,
I know.
People are buying your wares. I know. How are you supposed to find anything?
Keep buying my damn
keep flying off the shelves like that.
It's crazy. I'll have a. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Where is? Okay, that'll open up. I will open up my nerd chat. And my nerd chat, and I will say, does anyone own a DVD cleaning disc?
Oh, would you do that?
And
that's very kind of you.
Hopefully, by the end of... Here we go. Random question. Right. Do any of us nerds still own a DVD/disc cleaning disc?
Yes.
For the laser and whatnot. The laser eye.
Yes.
I think is what it's for.
Now, it might not fix it, but hey, let's go with the obvious.
Well,
or I trash the whole thing and then go and buy another one.
Is it the player that won't play anything, or is it the one disc that won't work?
No, it's not the one I've got. I say we. The royal we. We have we've gone through that kind of thing. We've also gone to CDs, and it will play it for a little while, but then craps out. And it does it with all DVDs and all CDs. So it'll play it for just a minute or two, and then say, "Nope, stopping." And so therefore, it's got to be something wrong with the laser.
My friend who provided me with a power supply for the computer I am now talking to you on has immediately replied. And
did he?
You're going to love this answer.
Okay, did they?
I never have. Those were largely snake oil.
Rebecca.
The potential to knock the lens assembly out of alignment was not non-zero. But weren't they built to fluff the lens with a brush glued to the disc? Are
you familiar with the term snake oil?
I feel like that's the technology. Was that not? Regardless, isn't this a beer show? We should probably be having some beer. Where are you in your smokehouse? That was so good. And it
looks like a specimen in a chemistry lab or something, but that's...
that was some high nines for me as well.
I have to do this because even though I put a coaster on top of the hazy one, the fruit fly still found its way in. So I've got some protein in the bottom of this glass.
Ooh, so I mean, if the fruit flies love it through a coaster, then that's got to be top marks, right?
I love them both. Oh God, the second one so far, the Smokehouse, does what I want from a hazy IPA. So therefore, no, this one, the one you just had. The first one was a surprise because it was just, I didn't think I was going to be enthused by it, and I totally was. But Rebecca just tried it, and she's not giving the same happy face that she did with the other one.
No,
I think it's really, really good because it's maltier as well. It's not a hazy. It's not saying that it's a Northeast IPA. It doesn't have the. It's not saying it has the juicy profile that the other one does. I'm just going over. I'm just giving a presume to Rebecca because she missed the first one. But I love it just as much, actually. No, I haven't. That's why I'm leaving. I'm going to go back to it at the end of the show. We've got a tax holiday IPA to drink from North Brewing first, haven't we, Ross?
Yep.
So what's going on there then?
Oh, we're having a huge conversation about the different types of CD and DVD players. But regardless.
Oh, you are?
Don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. We're going to solve your problem, and we're just going to do it in the off hours.
Right, then.
North Brewing coming all the way down. And are they based out? Yeah, they're based out of Dartmouth, but they've got a tap room in Timberley. They have this tax holiday IPA, and sadly...
I didn't even recognize it, to be honest. When you said, "Do you still have this can?"
Are less expensive than taking apart your whole gear. This is the problem. Tax Holiday IPA from North. This is no longer available, but this was kind of a summery spring thing. I told my friend Ian Smith of Tapestry Beer Bar 833 Sackville Drive that we had the Tax Holiday, and he said, hasn't that already been done? It's been out of circulation. I'm like, I don't know. We just want to drink these kinds of things. So I love this can. It's so Sunset Boulevard kind of nonsense. It's got the palm trees. This makes me want to take a tax holiday is the thing. I couldn't find anything on the can or on the North because North Brewing is not usually into giving you some information. So along the side of the can it says crisp, chill, and classic. But I found a Facebook post. Oh, BT Dubs. The Tax Holiday IPA is coming in at 7%. This is the strongest one of the night, which seems like a good idea.
What's the thing? What's the... Yes, you just said, what's the thing that I'm smelling? Is it extra malt?
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes. Is this going to be super malty as well?
Does
Ready?
It say that?
Does
it say that on the can?
January 8th. Brewed to evoke the bold flavors of the big IPAs of the early craft beer era, we are releasing Tax Holiday to coincide with a pair of our North and Battery Beer Bar Slider Battle. I don't get what that is. Tax Holiday IPA pours a golden amber hue with a fluffy meringue white foam cap. It features just enough sweetness to carry the bitterness and a lot of layered hops to build up the piney, resinous, and stone fruit character you would expect from a classic big IPA. We think it will pair perfectly with the bold flavors of the Slider Battle. Blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah.
Oh, God, I can't wait to drink this. It smells so malty.
The
It
background
smells almost
is
like
an illustration of a tropical vista.
I haven't drunk it yet. It's...
Oh, the background of the
straight
can.
for it.
The artwork. Whoa! Okay, so we're into a little bit ahead here. It's
very, very creamy. Look at it. It's,
oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, and it smells. That smells so good. How can
I
this be
know.
gone? How can this be gone again?
Well, we haven't drank it yet, so you know we've fallen foul of that before. It smells sweet and malty to me. That's the overriding pungency I'm getting from the nose. Citrusy, not particularly.
Not particularly.
It smells sweet. Nope.
Just very sweet, very malty.
Very sweet. Oh, and I just snorted. Never ever snort the cream.
Probably not. No. It says it carries just enough sweetness to to carry the bitterness. Okay. That sounds about right.
It was noticeably different to the smell wise from the can and from the glass. The glass is obviously it dissipated a little bit, but from the can, it's hazy as well, isn't it?
Well, not yet. Not yet because I haven't poured everything in just. Oh, wait, there's the haze. The haze is at the bottom of the can. That's where they hide it all, right down there, next to Rebecca's pirate voice, is down there.
Yeah, that's where the hazes hide, right down the bottom of the can. Okay, it's all in there, and it's got a beautiful 2-finger creamy head on it, and it's hazy, and I can see all kinds of swirling mists going on there. It looks divine. If you're a fan, spoiler alert, apparently it tastes good too. Yeah. If you're a fan of clear, crisp lagers and pilsners, I think you're going to have to steer clear of this, because I think you're going to love this. Look at the head on yours.
Right up our alley. Man. This is going to froth up my my mustache. Cheers.
Cheers. Mm. Oh, oh God! IPAs. Give me IPAs.
That is very reminiscent of malty. The Darty that we started with. This tastes very similar to the Darty, which we gave big points to. So
creamier and smoother even than the Darty, right? So this tastes to me almost like, you know, when we had those early experiences with double IPAs, and we were saying, why should this be as smooth and balanced as it is? Because we were expecting something incredibly hoppy. This is what this is doing. It's like a cream ale. It's not like a cream ale. It's way better than cream ale. Cream ales are rubbish. But it has the creaminess that you for some reason would expect to get from a cream ale, but you don't. It's smooth and balanced and fruity and hoppy and all hell delicious.
Okay. Pours a golden amber hue. Yeah.
And it's even better.
Fluffy meringue, white foam cap. Heck, yeah, it's got still that. There. Just enough sweetness to carry the bitterness and a lot of layered hops to build up a piney, resinous stone fruit character.
It's malty, mate. I think it's maltier. And that's probably what's making me just say that feel that it's so balanced. It doesn't have the tropicalness of the last one. It's like a meeting of minds. Oops, my Microsoft has closed down.
Oh dear.
It's like it's
on.
meeting everything right in the middle, and saying that it's like the best of everything. Oh, this is good, isn't it? You want another hit on that? Like a bong, right? Isn't that bloody great? Yeah, she's drinking that, lapping it down like a cat that's been given a saucer of milk, and it's really thirsty. That's so good, isn't it? But it still has a bitterness. It has a tiny, at the back end, a tiny bitterness that I actually really appreciate now. Because you know what that does to me, Ross? That business. It makes me want to go back for more immediately.
The bitterness where you want to cleanse that little tiny bite at the tail end. No, you're right.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does. It's like, oh yeah, oh I want more. It is. IPAs are becoming an addiction for me now. I'm a bit worried about it.
It's becoming a bit of a problem. But luckily we get to and I throw three of these at you per week, so that's perfectly fine.
I know. And I invented a new word earlier on, by the way.
Did you?
Quirk-tenching. Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, if Zoomers, Gen Z, come up with ridiculous words all the time and spread them and they go viral, I've got a feeling. Stick with me here. If I say quirk-tenching enough, this is going to be hitting the streets of Zoomers in 2 or 3 weeks' time, because they'll all watch this podcast, I'm sure. It's very much
we're quite popular among the quirk-tenching Zoomers.
Absolutely. I imagine Jo, she can't wait. Can she? It's the first thing she does when there's a new podcast uploaded. She's first there on Thursday mornings, inviting all her friends to watch the Craft Brewing show with Ross and Ian. This is Ross. You gave the first one 9.6. I did, which is you didn't give yourself a lot of leeway, to be honest.
It was amazing. It was amazing, really good, and I think. There, though. But the thing is, so the hazy pineapple is its own beast, is its own monster, and I gave that some good marks as well. And I think this tax holiday is going to be very favorable and comparatively good with the Darty one. And going back and forth between this and the Darty, I think is going to be very curious.
I just took another hit on it. It's superb.
I'm gonna give a little whip of my Darty at the beginning here.
Rebecca says it's a bit like speckled hen. Is there some spices in it that you get? Really? You're getting a bit of a spiciness.
It's like a hen.
I know what she means. I know what she means. Yeah, the speckled hen spice.
Speckled hen. Do you think it's worth mixing? If that's the case, hey, we could just go crazy here and mix a speckled hen with something.
Oh, don't, because speckled hen's been across the pond. It's way too far.
Yeah, it is. It is very different from what it used to be. This is Ross. This is one of the best IPAs.
This is very good.
I've tasted.
Yeah. One
of the very best, and it's hitting all the right notes. It's pushing all the right buttons. Because I like chicken. Because it has a tropicalness to it, and they've done what they do on the can. But it has maltiness too. To me, it's like some of the best double IPAs that manage to marry the sweetness and the hops and the tropical fruits and the stone fruits and all, the very best of everything, and make it into this ridiculously smooth and creamy. And I want more of it. I want more.
It's suggesting layered hops building a piney, resinous stone fruit character. Is it doing that? I don't know that it's doing that exactly.
So, well, this to me tastes as every bit as tropical as the pineapple one, or like the aforementioned Burnside's Happy Place and Store. And yet they're not mentioning, are they? Tropical fruit. They're mentioning stone fruit. So
they specifically say stone fruit. Yeah.
Tell me then, stone fruits. We're talking peaches, aren't we? We're talking. Yeah, we're talking nectarines and things with stones in them, like my shoes every time I go out running. But no mention of tropical fruits. Interesting. Does this taste tropical to you, Rebecca? No. Oh, it doesn't. What does it taste of? Stone fruits. Go on, oh, okay. Wow. Okay. It tastes like a speckled hen mixed with a West Coast IPA, specifically to Rebecca. That's very specific, by the way. Unless you've had an old speckled hen, you have no idea what she's referring to. I do. I've had lots of them.
I have as well. In fact, as soon as you mentioned, it's funny. As soon as you mentioned old speckled hen, I remember a specific night several summers ago where we ended up in a random hot tub, and you were basically feeding me old speckled hen because that's what we had.
Yeah, well, I'll do that. But having said that, it's been a while since I've had any of that stuff as well. Like, because there's so much other good stuff that I've been exposed to, and as a result of that, I've left that kind of stuff behind. Occasionally I'll get a 4-pack of it, but I would have this over that now any day of the week. Any day of the week.
It is so slightly better old speckled hen, isn't it? And yet, what is speckled hen supposed to be? It's not an IPA. What are they announcing themselves as? What are they saying they are?
Oh, it's an ESB. Speckled hen.
I'm even more confused now.
Oh, okay. Well, let me. I'm going to push one out here.
All right.
I'm gonna. This is the best of the three. I gave for me, and the bar was set incredibly high earlier on because I gave the first one a 9, and I gave the second one a 9. This is a 9.5. This is just. It's like I said, every little button is pushed, and IPAs now for me are just so bloody good.
I went back and I had a sip of the Darty, and the interesting thing was the Darty tasted almost exactly the same as this tax holiday. I think
I'm going to do the same.
The Smokehouse is more individualized. It comes into its own with the pineapple and the haziness. So of the three, the Smokehouse has its own personality.
Okay. I know it's an hour ago, I think, since we started this the Darty, so it's not really fair to compare it like for like with the tax holiday. No. It still maintains its loveliness, thankfully. It's not as smooth, it's not as creamy as this, but I don't know whether it's just. I'll tell you what. No, it is. I don't know whether it's because it's been there a while. It wasn't as creamy as this from the get-go, but I found it quite delicious. It still is. It's so good. And it's got a maltiness as well, the malt balance as well. It's a little more Westy, not as tropical as this bad boy here by Smokehouse. And I'm going to eat it. Yes, I am going to eat it because there are flies in it. I don't mind. I'm going to share my Smokehouse IPA, Dusty Haze IPA, with the fruit flies. More than sharing, I'm going to imbibe them as well.
Oh, goodness. I don't know that you've drank fruit flies before.
I've drunk fruit flies, mate. I do that quite often.
Deliciously
That's so crazy good, isn't it?
It's still so good. How did we come across 3 IPAs that we like as malty and fruity?
I don't know.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I think we've got our marks. I copied them as best I could.
I'm going to upon revisiting the other two. Weirdly, the Darty gave me a little extra hit, and it was the pissy little 6%er that gave me the hit there at the end of it. I think it's because of the ridiculously smoothness of the Tax Holiday at 7%. It's fruit juice. It's a smooth fruit juice. Maybe, whereas the Darty IPA still gave me a little hit of beer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or we're not just drinking juice at this point.
We're not just drinking fruit juice. I don't want to just drink fruit juice, tropical fruit juice. I could open a Tango or a Five Alive or something. I don't know if you know what those are. It's a UK thing. I should say that.
Five Alive is incredible and everyone should have it.
Okay. Tropical fruit juices that are so thirst quenching, but they're non-alcoholic, of course. They're just fruit juices.
Well,
and these taste.
But what do you mix it with? Like, if this were to be an alcoholic Five Alive, what would you mix with it to give it this flavor? I have no idea. Because like a rum and Five Alive? That'd be weird.
Possibly. Because it's nautical. It's tropical. Nautical. Nautical drink.
Not tropical.
I don't know where I was going. Island. I'm just thinking of islands. Yeah, I'm thinking of islands. And yet the Smokehouse does exactly what I want and gives me all that tropical stuff. Like I've just washed up on a tropical island. I am Tom Hanks in Castaway, and all I've got to drink is Smokehouse Dusty Haze IPA. I'd be quite happy with that and get very hammered on it.
I don't think he even tried to make alcoholic beverages. What was it? It was Captain Jack Sparrow in the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. He talked about the island that he was marooned on, and he found the rum dungeon.
He did?
Oubliette of rum. That was the whole blood point. He said he only spent 4 days on the island because it was an island that was used by rum runners, and he found the rum oubliette. I'm going to use the word properly.
Wow. I would have gone straight for the IPAs if I was Captain Jack Sparrow. I'd have bypassed the.
He might not have had many options. They might not have been making a lot of IPAs. We haven't come across the Caribbean IPA just yet.
Oh, right. Okay.
Now I'm going to start.
That's going to be a thing. When we do,
yeah.
I'm first in line. You and I are going to be first in line. I want the Caribbean IPA, please. You know that's going to be it's going to be a tropical as all hell.
The coconut.
I'm going to.
Caribbean. Wait, how
Caribbean
many R's?
IPA. I'm going to back off. The Tax Holiday a tad before I leave. I'm going to back off. Just because upon reacquainting myself with the Darty still retains its beeriness.
It really does.
Yeah.
And what was the one that I spilled on my pants? Was that the Smokehouse?
I'm
trying to find out. Which one do I need to wash my pants for? This is the important questions that we're at tonight, I feel.
I'm giving 9 out of 10s to all of them, which is really lame to say. But because they're all so fantastic and they're all brilliant and I love them all and they all taste delicious and there's differences, but they're all. I'm an IPA fan now, Ross. I'm a full-on IPA fan.
I'm a fan of these ones. That's for sure.
Even like we said there earlier on, it's been established now that even the Westies, some of the Westies, I'm kind of on board with now as well. They might hurt, but they don't hurt as much as they used to. So therefore, I'm that 358-degree sphere that you and I are now living in.
Definitely include these ones. Full marks to all of this. These are
all big time. You said that North Brewing had not brewing this anymore. Is it purely because it was a batch and they ran out of it because it was so popular?
I believe yes. It was just a one-off because January was when this one was available. No longer available now. 9 months and a couple of days later. No, January 8th. So a little less than 9 months later, not available. And it's possibly my favorite, mostly because of the alcohol percentage, which was 7.
7%. I know.
Thank you.
Parents, don't give this fruit juice to your kids. Going to school tomorrow, first day back at school, give them 5 Alive by all means.
Don't
give them some fruit juice, orange juice.
Don't give this IPA to your kids. Sorry, I wandered into a police song by accident.
I'm gonna have to figure that one out by myself.
Well, it's the only one that starts with don't, but go ahead.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. And on that, I'm out of here. Good night.
On the bombshell that Ian did not recognize a police song. Anyway, I'm going to try to get through this with 3 6+ beers in me. So we're here every Wednesday. Wednesday night, 8 p.m.-ish. YouTube channel, youtube.com/drinknsdry. We're in all the socials occasionally with so YouTube's got the shorts, and then we occasionally put them up on the Instagrams and the TikToks. And if you want to go straight to the source, you can go to drinkns.unsupervised.beer. You can find our podcast and all the podcasty places. That's where we put it up there. I want to thank Ian for being here tonight. Thank you, Darty Brewing. I will find out more about this, and we'll talk more in the future. Smokehouse and North Brewing for the beers that we tried tonight. Thank you big again. And again, we'll see you next week. We're here every week at 8 p.m. So we'll see you next week in, what's that? Exactly 7 days less an hour and a half. Math that out yourself. I'm tired. Good night.